Mr. Consul General, thank you very much for the opportunity.
It's my pleasure to speak with you today.
I heard you talking inside. We are discussing about the first Balkan Forum, and nevertheless, it is an indication of hope in an area that was a war starter. This can indicate that Balkan countries can start working together, can keep working together. What is your opinion, and how do the United States support a start like this?
I think you've hit on it directly. This is something that you've heard the Secretary of State talk about, that you've heard the ambassador talk about, and myself as well. The concept of Greece as a pillar of stability, as one of our main allies, as one of our principal partners in a very complicated region. And when you have a partner that can provide that stability and can project it and be a leader in foreign policy and in security policy across borders, that's great. Of course, security extends beyond just defense cooperation, and needs to also encompass the economic infrastructure, networking connections that this particular forum is aimed at. So that's why I think this is a tremendous opportunity. Connections, collaboration, cooperation, just opening doors and discussions always, in my opinion, lead to mutual benefits for all parties. That's why this business delegation that went to Skopje on Tuesday was so important, in my opinion, and why today this forum, bringing ministers from many of the Balkan neighbors of Greece here to Thessaloniki, to this historical crossroads of the Balkans, to this ancient capital of the Balkans, is so very important.
We are used to see the economic crisis as a coin of two sides. One side is the fact that all the economical indications are down, that the life of the average man is worse. But in the other side of the coin, can it be the starting point, the stepping point for opportunities of cooperation and in a target of co-development and the well-being amongst countries and of course amongst our people too?
And there's no doubt that the crisis, the difficulties that the Greek people have had to endure for almost a decade have had their toll. But what you mentioned is exactly right. It's an American, well, at least for me, it's a point of pride to try to look on the bright side and try to find the opportunities that exist. And so now, as you've turned the corner, as you've exited the bailout, as Greece's creditors are taking a positive look again here, as the eyes of investors, of policymakers in Washington, D.C. are focused on Greece, and specifically on northern Greece, including Alexandroupoli, that is a tremendous potential that should be seized by the people of Greece, seized by the government of Greece, and we keep pushing hard on that message that this is the time to take advantage, but also seized by international investors across the board. So we continue to promote the opportunities that exist here in energy, tourism, food and agriculture, logistics and transportation, but we also look to our partners across the Greek political spectrum to help us improve the business climate and to attract the foreign investment that will really solidify and bring home this economic turnaround, this period of economic normalcy that's begun.
Let me ask something more. Our region, East Macedonia and Thrace, is one of the poorest in the European Union. Although we start to see opportunities, and I'm hearing our Prime Minister and our partners, such as the US, and Mr. Trump himself said that this region can be an energy crossroads, vital for Europe and for the rest of the world. I would like to hear what you have to say about that.
Well, if you look at the projects that are already underway, that potential, I think, is self-evident. It's a historic, honestly, it's a historic infrastructure project that is now completed within Greece, the Trans-Adriatic Pipeline. Building upon that, with the potential that exists if used correctly, the interconnector with Greece-Bulgaria, the possibilities that come from the floating regasification and storage unit that could be pursued in Alexandroupoli. These opportunities demonstrate exactly what you just said, the possibility of this region being an energy crossroads and really solidifying some of what we've heard upstairs from ministers across the region, solidifying the potential of an energy hub here in the Balkans that really opens up Europe. And this is not only good for you, it's not only good for Europe, but it's good for the United States as well, to help pursue our goal of diversified routes, diversified sources of energy.